Hello, let's get started. First things first, we gotta prime. And I love my Smashbox primer oil with my Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. We're painting a beautiful glow so that you can see the glow of my spirit, because I'm nothing if not a ray of sunshine. That was hilarious when I said that. The next step is to conceal. Now, I think you can tell I have major dark circles. Once I found the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, my life changed. Thank you, NARS. Thank you. Well, I mean, look, I'm a big girl. I've got a fat face. That's just reality. Whatever. I'm working on it though. Anyway, no matter how much contouring I do, no matter how good I get at doing contouring, I'm just not going to have beautiful high cheekbones. It's just not who I am. So, suck it. Another thing that changed my life as far as my under eye circles, because I really have spent more years than I'm going to tell you looking for something, because it's been a problem my whole life. The Laura Mercier Secret Whitening Powder. It's amazing. It's very pricey though, so I use it just under my eyes and just to bake the concealer on. Well, I'm going to take my blender sponge and more patting. That's another awesome thing with these sponges now. Oh my God, you kids don't even know back in the day when we didn't have these sponges. So I'm going to take this smaller sponge, and this one's dry. I don't know, it seems weird to me to wet a sponge and then use it with powder, but I guess I do that with eyeshadow, but it's a brush. Existential makeup questions. And then we just bake. So now while we let that bake, so of course, because I'm a makeup junkie, I have an Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring kit. So the one I use the most is this medium color. This is the light palette, obviously. Pasty. And then I'm just gonna take my Morphe 460 and line that up. Let's paint some stripes. You know, there's that whole trend about adult coloring books, which to me sounds like they're pornographic, but you know, that's just because I'm crazy. There's that whole trend with coloring. Don't you kind of feel like that's what makeup does for you if you're a makeup junkie like us? You know, it's the coloring is soothing and awesome and makes me so happy. And I'm just going to use a foundation brush to kind of buff that out a little bit. Mostly because I have such a tendency when I am using the sponge to go downward as I pat. And then I wind up with, you know, a drawn-on cheekboard? A drawn-on cheekbone that's on my jaw. And that's not really a good look. Okay, moving on. I think I've baked my face probably long enough. So, which one have you got? Oh yeah, I don't like that one. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and get the excess off. And my Morphe powder contouring, and my Sigma HD 3D HD precision brush. I love it. It's really great for getting a little bit of contour along your nose. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this guy and this guy so I can do a little bit of nose contour. So I'm going to use this small tapered brush that I believe you're supposed to use for like powder under your eyes. This is just an e.l.f. brush. Most of what I use is Morphe. There's a couple of Sigmas. But I have, you know, some randoms like e.l.f. that are perfectly good. And I'm just going to take that last color on the top there to get a little bit more definition in here. Okay, little setting powder. I remembered to grab my Ben Nye banana powder. You know, I don't think I'm using it right. I think you're supposed to use it for highlighting or something, but I just use it to set my foundation. I just think it's a great setting powder. It doesn't have a real dry, cakey finish. It's not a ton of coverage or anything. I just dump a little on tissue. The animals. One of our cats is trying to play with one of our dogs. They actually get along, so I'm not concerned. Some of the other interpersonal relationships between our pets are a little more questionable. That's why very few of them are up here with me right now when I'm doing my makeup. Now, how pretty is that? I don't mean like, look at me, I'm pretty. I mean, what a nice finish. I love makeup. It's so much fun. I probably should do my brows before we get onto the glow. I have that new Anastasia brow definer. It's everything you think it is. I have a very defined arch, so I like to start there. And then when I start from the arch, I know where everything else is going. But because I survived the 90s, I only escaped with this little bit of eyebrow. I will take my finishing powder. This is just NYX finishing powder. And just dust over that. It'll help set it. It'll help soften the color a little bit. so it won't look so harsh. Now, would you look at that pretty girl with perfect skin, a little bit of glow, and crazy eyebrows? She's so crazy. Since I got this amazingly beautiful glow kit and also the Becca Afterglow kit, God, these colors are so beautiful. I know my camera is not giving it justice. There's no way it could. But, I mean, they're beautiful. I'm just going to go back in with that same e.l.f. brush that I used for contour. And I'm going to go in with Mimosa. Or did I want to do Hard Candy? No, it's a little more pink. I'm going to mix a little Mimosa and Hard Candy. Everything is right with the world once you glow. Okay, now this is an e.l.f. stipple brush. I couldn't tell you why, but I really like using it for bronzer and highlighting because I sweep it all over, but it's gonna have a little bit of a softer touch than some other ones, so I get a little less cakey. Now what I want to do is use these two darker colors to do a little bit of a blush. So I'm just gonna kind of over those two. I mean, seriously, how beautiful is that? How you doing? And first I'm gonna do a little starburst, and then I'm gonna go with a little crushed pearl. Bye-bye, Glow Kit. I'll see you later. I'm gonna go back with my 3D HD precision brush and the Becca Afterglow. And I'm gonna take these two, well, mostly this one, to do a little bit over my contour. I know we're not done yet, but I do want to go in with my Urban Decay Chill setting spray. Now let's move on to the eyes, shall we? Morphe 35. Oh, bitches! If you don't have it yet, you have to get it. This is my Sigma E4T. I like this a lot for doing transition color and just adding color softly. With this guy here. I have Sigma in Liberally Toasted gel liner. And I'm going to put a little bit of that on like a smudgy brush. And I'm going to do kind of like a soft cut crease. I mean, I just kind of have a roll of fat above my eyes. I don't have a real crease per se. So I'm just going to kind of go a little bit above where that fold is. I will use this brush. It's a Morphe one. It came in a set. It was like $39.99 professional brush set, 18 piece or something, and so they don't have numbers on them, so you know, whatever. It's just kind of like a detail crease brush. And I'm just gonna go over with a dark brown. That's a shimmery dark brown, because I think you know how I feel about shimmer. This one, this is just kind of a flatter brush. I mean, that works, right? And then I just like to spray it. I use e.l.f. Mist and Set because it's very inexpensive and I can go get it at Walmart, but I don't like to buy stuff at Walmart. And for this, I'm going to use a Morphe M168. It's just like a pointed, kind of a pencil brush, I guess. I don't know. And I'm just going to go back with that dark brown that I used in the crease. Tap a little on there. Now I'm just going to find one of my fan brushes. Get rid of any fallout. The pièce de résistance, the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner and Trooper. Now, I love a nice big winged liner. The problem I have with it is that I look stupid, only because I'm just sitting around here. I'm not going anywhere glamorous, so it just seems silly. So that's why I'm not going to do a huge wing. But because we all know how it is when you try to even it out, I imagine it'll be a little bit bigger than I expect. Now with my fat eyelids, have to go a little bit more out than up, if that makes sense. No, I don't like it. See, this is why I have to go out more than up, because look, oh, it's a good line, it's a good line. Fat roll. I'm just gonna make it a little thicker. There, that's a nice compromise, isn't it? It's kind of a thick wing, but not, ooh. That spring-loaded thing in the cap on this liner gets me every time. I do like that compromise. Woo! Okay. Enough of that celebration. Now, I keep doing that. I'm so sorry. I have a Sephora retractable waterproof eyeliner. It's black. Does it have a matte black? That's just what I'm going to use for the waterline. In a tight line, so I'm going to... Now I have this beautiful gold liner called Drift from Sigma that I got as like the sample thing that you get to pick when you order that makes you want to order more and more and more and more. It is so beautiful. Gold. I'm just going to smudge along the lash line, the lower lash line. But it just kind of softened the black a little bit. And it'll help when I put a little bit of eyeshadow under there. Which leads me to, I'm just going to use this small angled brush and take a little bit of that color that we used just on the outer part of the lower lash line. Yeah, that melts into that gold liner really beautifully. Okay. I don't like to go too heavy on the lower lash line for me because of those dark circle issues and because of the smallness of my eyes, which I probably shouldn't tight line with as small as my eyes are, but I think it makes your eyes pop so much more, especially with this color of contact. So, I mean, suck it, rules. Now, a little starlight. Boop. You gotta do your nose boop. And just a little bit. You didn't think I would forget that, did you? And now we curl our lashes. Now, I have nothing against fake lashes. Love them. I have a whole bunch of them here right now. But I'm just not doing that kind of look today, so whatevs. Just gonna curl it. I know it's fun to watch. It looks like such a torture device. Oh my God. And then, you know it. They're real. keep putting that compact away like a dum-dum. Noodle, stop it. That's gross. She's eating my tissues. If I have to suffer, so do you. That's why I'm telling you. Noodle, stop it. My go-to lip liner is Clinique Quick Liner for Lips in Lip Blush. It's been my go-to liner for more than 15 years. Gerard Cosmetics in it's Hydromatte lipstick, liquid lipstick in Mercury Rising. I love this color, and I got the most compliments on this color. Besides Anastasia Beverly Hills Vamp, got a lot of compliments on that too, but I want to go bright. I love that color. And I've got to tell you, of all the liquid lipsticks that I've tried, this one honestly stays on the best and feels the most comfortable. So, this is my look. I hope you had fun with me today. I had a blast. Thank you for giving me a reason to play with makeup and talk to myself on this dreary, freezing cold day. Thank you. You mean everything to me. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Please keep things as positive as possible. And if you subscribe, I promise I'll have more fun videos, and they'll get better, and the quality will get better too. But before I go, I do want to introduce you to my soulmate, who's very important to me. This is my love poodle. She's a schnoodle, schnauzer poodle mix. She was actually a stray that was rescued. One of the vet techs at our vet office saw her running around in the cold a couple years ago. But so she's been my best friend for a few years now. We're very much in love. I love you so much, baby. All right, that's enough. Say goodbye. Bye, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me and my mommy. Bye, thank you.